I'm Jason Sanders, and I'll be running for the U.S. Senate as a Republican candidate representing the great state of Alabama in 2020. As a candidate that's a political unknown, I'm going to have to run my campaign in a different way than what we're used to seeing, so I'm going to take a moment to explain my format and why I use it. The first challenge that I'll face being a political unknown is that I just don't have an endless budget that would allow me to hire a professional film crew and film all of my stump speeches and travel all over the state campaigning. So my strategy to overcome that is simply to continue working my job and film the videos as I'm able to film them, and these videos would help me to explain to you what you would get out of me as a candidate. They tell you who I am, where I stand, and how I would operate as a senator. As a result of that, my videos are going to look homemade because they are. I've been told that that's going to be a problem for me, but I believe that people want a candidate that they can relate to, and as far as I'm concerned, a candidate that has to work a job and can come home and do videos on their spare time is pretty relatable to most people, not to mention the fact that I just don't have a few $1,000,000 laying around for me to run a campaign with. Another reason that my videos look the way that they do is because I need to be able to pretty quickly throw together a video to respond to maybe a big incident that's happened or to respond to an attack ad that may be thrown out by a competitor. I won't always be dressed in a suit and I won't always be clean shaven. I won't always seem energetic because my videos will mostly be filmed after I've worked all day. At the end of the day, I wanted someone in office who's like me, and I just haven't found that candidate, so I've decided to run myself. I'm going to use these videos to show the voters who I am, what I represent, and what I bring to the table. And that, of course, is a working class perspective on things like health insurance, taxes, regulation, and the government overall. If you're anything like me, you feel like the policies that are having a negative impact on the working class are mostly just being overlooked. You feel like the conflicts that we're seeing in the nation are being fueled by a media who sees this division as good for their business. And you believe that division is made worse by politicians who play one group of people off of another group of people in order to keep themselves in office and in power. You feel like your taxes are too high and are being wasted by a government that doesn't necessarily represent what you want your tax dollars to be spent on. And you almost certainly feel like you pay too much for your health insurance. In the spirit of keeping this video short, I'm going to wrap it up by saying if you feel like I feel, head on over to timetestedpolitics.com and see if you stand where I stand. And of course, if you like what I represent, then I'm asking for your support. One way you can show your support is by clicking that donate button. Even small donations are welcome. A donation of $5 would be put to good use in my campaign because campaigning is expensive and there's just no way for me to do it alone. If you can't contribute financially, that's no problem. You can share my videos on social media. If I'm going to be able to compete with the well-established and the well-funded, I need a wave of social media to move me into the forefront of people's thoughts when it comes time to vote. And lastly, if you just don't like talking politics on social media and donating just isn't in the cards for you, that's okay too. Casting a vote is the one thing that you can do that we know seals the deal. Let's keep Alabama red and put the nation back on the right track.